Yeah! No way!
You're watching live coverage of the 2023 Bassmaster College Classic Bracket presented by Lew's at Milford Lake.
Strap in for the final day of the college fishing season. Started way back in early January, early February, down in the state of Florida, and now we are here, Milford Lake. Only 2 anglers to remain. If you're fishing today, you have a 50-50 shot at the Bassmaster Classic, and that is what Easton Fothergill and Tucker Smith have today. The University of Montevallo looking to be represented for the first time ever in the Classic. Meanwhile, Auburn University trying to add another chapter to the legacy of that team. As we take a look at our bracket, 3 days of bracketed competition, and it has made it down to the final 2 anglers. The number 1 seed, part of Team of the Year, Easton Fothergill, versus part of the national championship team and the 3 seed, Tucker Smith. It should be a duo for the ages, back and forth all day today possibly, and it's going to be a great day and a great way to end the college fishing season. As we're bringing it into the Bassmaster Studio, sponsored by Marathon, I'm Ronnie Moore. That's Jake Whitaker and Mike Sukon. Jake, appreciate you joining us all weekend long. It has been a wild and wacky back and forth bracket for a lot of these matchups, and yesterday we saw some even more changes. We were very confident in Easton's pattern, and now all of a sudden we're super confident in possibly what Tucker could put together. How do you bracket these last 2 anglers after their 2 great days of fishing?
Hey, first off, congrats to these guys for making it here. Just to be the final 2 anglers in the bracket competition is something to be very proud of. But just like you mentioned, the first 2 days, Easton Fothergill has been able to start off really quick, get some good keeper fish in the boat. But yesterday afternoon, we kind of saw his pattern dwindle a little bit from what it was the first day. And then we saw Tucker Smith rise to the occasion. Again, he had that big one yesterday, which really padded his stats. But at the same time, he caught a lot of fish and, kind of put his name in the game for, being a little more consistent. So we'll see what happens today. It's going to be a shootout.
Every single fish is going to count. Heavy in the scoreboard when it comes to building your 5-fish limit in Such. History on the line today. Montevallo on the rise as a team in college, have an opportunity to be represented for the first time at the Classic. Auburn obviously adding to another chapter of their legacy, along with Tucker's legacy.
Tristan McCormick 2 years ago broke the tie, gave Bethel its 3rd angler to make it to the Bassmaster Classic. Auburn has a chance with Tucker Smith to do that today. Tucker Smith, boy, if we take out that 4.8 he caught yesterday, it's pretty tight. It'll be neck and neck. We don't know what's going to happen today.
Yeah, big fish will make a big difference today at Milford Lake. This is their 4th or 5th day of full day fishing for them. To really figure out more and more about this place, some of the anglers have really found a couple areas to work with. Some have leaned into what has worked so far. As we take a look at our playing field for the Minco to unlock the lake, Milford Lake, the largest man-made lake in Kansas, about 15,000 acres and change, a little bit less this week because the water level is low. It's about 3 to 5 feet low in most places. This is the site of one of the most dramatic College Classic Bracket finals in history, the 2018 College Classic Bracket, where Nick Ratliff defeated Nolan Minor. Those storylines still loom large. We see these anglers always get out to a big lead and then they get reeled in by their competition. That's the same thing that happened in 2018. Ratliff, a big lead, Nolan Minor jumping into the lead late, and then Nick, one more catch to seal the deal. This was earlier this morning. A couple minutes ago, they left the dock to get to their fishing locations because at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 Eastern Time on the dot, these anglers made their first cast of the day.
Lines in, Ronnie Moore.
Jake, you've been in that takeoff with just a few guys left in the season for college fishing. It's got to be a good feeling, also a nervous feeling, hoping that what you learned yesterday pays off today.
Yeah, man. I mean, just to be, again, like I said, just to be able to be in the final 2, these guys, I know they're excited about being out there today, but at the same time, they are so desperately wanting their first spot to pay off. They're wanting to get those first few fish in the boat and get their day started. So the better that they get started, I feel like the better that their day will go. Imperative for Easton to get started well, I think. So
speaking of Easton, from Team of the Year and the best season overall to brain surgery right after the national championship to getting to the finals for the bracket. We got to talk to him this morning at the dock before he took off to start his day of fishing.
We're gonna run our morning stuff. Hopefully we can get off to a quick start again. I found some more stuff last night that sets up the same if it doesn't work out, which I'm kind of expecting. I kind of burned those 2 places down, but after that, I'm just gonna keep an open mind, and if we can get a couple bites in the afternoon, I think we'll be pretty dangerous. So we'll just keep our head down and grind all day.
Yesterday you said your target weight was going to be about 12 pounds, finished with 9.1. What's today's target?
We're shooting for 12 again.
12.
If I can get over 12, I'll feel pretty good.
What's it going to take to get that done?
Get off to a hot start, can't lose any fish, can't break any off, and just get every bite in the boat. I think we'll be fine.
So I interviewed you at the end of the day yesterday, and you didn't think you had enough to make it. How did you feel once you got announced that you were going to advance?
I was 100% thinking that I didn't make it, and I was pretty much planning on watching tomorrow and just being on the sideline, but to be here today is an incredible feeling, and I'm excited to get at it.
What's it mean to fish the Classic?
I don't know, I haven't been there yet, but the road to get there has been incredible, and you know, it's me versus Tucker now, and one of us will be one of those guys, so.
Yep. 6:55, guys. Here we go.
It's an incredible feeling.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're looking forward to today. Hopefully we can get some good bites. You know, it's gonna be hit or miss. I'm gonna be around some fish, you know, so I'm gonna catch some fish, but hopefully we can get some big bites. That's really gonna separate us. So gonna just kind of stay calm, bounce around, fish hard, and see what happens.
You gonna keep doing what you've done the last 2 days? You gonna change things up?
I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, changed up a little bit, see what happens. You know, I'm gonna kind of fish around the same areas, maybe a couple new areas, and then you know, just kind of break the lake down today like it's a new body of water.
Last question. So you've got a support group here, your family, your friends. What does that mean?
It means everything, you know. My family comes to just about every tournament, so every big tournament, so it's been great. My friends are here, Hayden's here. For him to come support's really cool. So I'd like to say happy birthday to my girlfriend too. It's her 23rd birthday, so hopefully we can go catch him for it.
That's Easton Fothergill and Tucker Smith talking to us this morning at the dock. When we think about the hot starts, getting off to a good start, it has been this guy in the last 2 days of competition. He has knocked it out of the park early morning, every day, maybe allowed him to practice, lay off his area. Now we'll see him maybe fish harder and longer on this starting spot than we've seen the rest of the week.
Yeah, the first day it was, you know, the small swim bait doing most of the work for him. Yesterday he switched up to that smaller jig and was able to, you know, to catch a couple decent fish doing that. So we will see which bait he will go with this morning that's going to produce. And then, as we talked about, his afternoon bite was pretty strong the first day with that spinner bait, and then yesterday it was pretty much non-existent. So we'll just see what's going on.
Tucker Smith had the lowest weight of anyone who advanced on day one of competition, just 8.5 pounds, and he had half of that in one swing of the bat yesterday. He started off slow, only a 13-ouncer to his credit, then he catches a 110 to go with that small one, but back-to-back catches were very, very key on this spot. He went from basically nothing to a 110, and then a 4.5 pounder, the biggest bass of the day. That's a difference maker. It's not one that you can count on every day, but we do know they live here, and he caught one of them.
Yeah, he's fishing a point here with some rocks on it, and you know, obviously was able to catch a lot of fish, but was able to catch that difference maker right there. That 4.8 went a long way in getting him to 11 pounds yesterday. Will he be able to get another 4.8 today? Who knows? We'll have to be, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But just like he mentioned, he's going to be around some fish today. Just kind of have to weed through them and see if he can't, you know, get a couple key fish in the boat.
Well, yesterday is history. Today, it's a mystery on what will produce for these anglers. We saw Easton with the most weight on day one, and then a lower weight total yesterday, still able to advance. Meanwhile, Tucker Smith had his worst day on day one and flipped the script with the biggest bag of the week yesterday, due in part to that 4.5. And here are our two finalists fighting for a classic berth, fighting for the opportunity to represent the College Series at the Opens level, one more step closer to a dream come true.